Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is out now, bringing about the final official end of the DCEU. And today we're going to take a look at all those powerful warriors and fighters living under the ocean and rank them all from weakest to strongest. And this doesn't have to specifically mean just Atlanteans. Really, any fighter under the ocean, any member of the underwater kingdoms, even some rather unexpected creatures might show up. So let's get to it. What's up guys, this is Danko. I do fight breakdowns, power ranking videos, or more deep dives into your favorite characters and franchises with new videos every week. So if that seems great to you, well, sit back and enjoy the video. Hit that like button if you want to, or hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Scales is the princess of the Fisherman Kingdom, before she was thrust into the throne herself when Ocean Master killed her dad. As a part of the fishermen, Scales is able to swim and is basically like a mermaid. That's kinda all she has going for her here. Definitely last on the list. And next up is her dad, partly because he just got killed so quickly by Orm. You could guess that Rico was a skilled warrior since he was a king, but he wanted peace with the surface world and not war. So yeah, he got killed pretty quick. The Brine King, if you can guess, is the leader of the Kingdom of the Brine. Ocean Master and Atlantis tried to get them to join him in his war against the surface. Brine King refused, and so Ocean Master beat him and cut off his claw. But still, the Brine King is a formidable opponent. Super strong, super tough, and ready to take on anyone in his path. He's also got a healing factor, but it just kinda takes a while. It took over a year for his claw to grow back. King Nereus is the king of Zeeble and was the first one to join up with Ocean Master. Of course, Nereus eventually switched sides over to Aquaman, and ever since then he's kinda held a massive grudge against Orm. Like Atlanteans, Nereus is superhumanly powerful and quite the warrior. However, really what King Nereus is known for is his wisdom and intellect. He served as king of Zeeble for decades and has plenty of experience. Atlanta is the mother of both Aquaman and Ocean Master, as well as being the former queen of Atlantis herself. And being the queen, Atlantis definitely proved herself to be a world-class fighter, able to take on soldiers with ease with her trident. In fact, and it's kinda crazy to think about, but Mera even said it would have been Atlanta's responsibility to take on Steppenwolf if she had still been around, not Aquaman's. On top of that, while she was never able to actually beat the Carathan, she still survived several attempts at beating the monster, which that in and of itself is pretty impressive. Volko was the chief counselor for the throne of Atlantis, and secretly was Aquaman's mentor, teaching him pretty much everything that Arthur knows. And Volko definitely demonstrated just how powerful highborn Atlanteans could be. Volko managed to match up against Arthur, even overpower him during their training sessions. And Mera even suggested that Volko should take on Ocean Master himself. And again, Volko is one of the best fighters out there. He taught Aquaman everything he knows about close quarters combat and fighting with a trident. King Kordax was the king of Necrus and wielder of the Black Trident, as well as the younger brother of King Atlan. He was a brute, a warrior, a conqueror, and wielded a powerful dark magic that ultimately proved to be a serious threat to both the land and the sea. That was until his brother Atlan beat him and trapped him in the ice. Now Kordax should theoretically be way more powerful than this. In fact, whenever he possessed Manta, Manta was able to fight on par with Aquaman. But we just don't really know a ton about King Kordax outside of that possession, When Kordax had the chance to come into his own, well, let's just say he was quickly dealt with. Mera is Aquaman's wife and the current queen of Atlantis, as well as being one of the most powerful warriors out there. And while she has some superhuman physical powers like other Atlanteans, the greatest thing that Mera has going for her is her Atlantean water magic and hydrokinesis. She can manipulate water however she wants, and obviously this is super effective when actually under the water. She can create tornadoes, water bubbles, basically do whatever she wants and become dang near unstoppable. And while that's under the water, on the surface, Mera is still super powerful, because she can still control water however she wants. And there's a surprising amount of water still up on the surface. And of course, if Mera finds herself in an R-rated movie, well, she can find some liquid in some other places. David Kane, aka Black Manta, was a mercenary and a pirate until Aquaman kinda indirectly killed his dad. And from there, Manta devoted the rest of his life to killing Aquaman and destroying everything that he holds dear. And after he found the Black Trident and became possessed by Kordax, Black Manta now has the power to actually take Aquaman down. I mean, he was able to literally one-shot both Ocean Master and Mera, either with his optic blast or just straight up with his fists. Of course, while on one hand, he can now beat Aquaman, on the other hand, he is just a guy. You separate Manta from the Trident, and he becomes as weak as he was before. Ocean Master was the former king of Atlantis and younger brother to Aquaman. He tried to unite all the kingdoms and take over the surface world, but that didn't go too well. Aquaman beat him, he was locked up in a desert prison, then Aquaman actually ended up saving him because they needed to take down Black Manta together. Now, like his brother, Ocean Master is incredibly strong and superhumanly powerful. In fact, he's been able to fight against Arthur several times. He's actually beaten him before. Orm is also a master fighter, having trained his entire life to be a warrior, was a 5-time undefeated Trident champion in the arena. King Atlan was the king of Atlantis back when Atlantis was still on the surface world, and helped the forces of men fight against Darkseid and his evil army. He was also one of the 3 entrusted with safeguarding one of the mother boxes. However, when Atlantis ended up sinking into the ocean, King Atlan went into exile as a result of his failure. On top of being one of the most powerful Atlanteans to have ever lived, and one of the best warriors ever, King Atlan also possessed the Trident of Atlan. It allowed him to control the seas and all marine life anywhere around the world, making him one of the most powerful beings on the planet. Arthur Curry is both the King of Atlantis and a superhero member of the Justice League known as Aquaman. Now, Aquaman has some incredible powers that even surpass other Atlanteans. When it comes to other heroes and members of the Justice League, really only Superman and Wonder Woman are more powerful than him. And Wonder Woman is definitely up for debate. He's a physical powerhouse to be reckoned with, able to pick up submarines and fight with Steppenwolf. He's stupid fast under the water and is near invincible, able to take any attack and keep on going. With the Trident of Atlan, Aquaman can control water around him and communicate and control all the fish and marine life in the ocean. He's also an incredibly skilled warrior, especially with his trident, and is now arguably one of the best and most powerful fighters on the planet. However, he's not quite the most powerful being under the sea. That would be none other than the Karathan, an ancient and massive sea creature, one of the most powerful beings on the planet. She guarded the Trident of Atlan for a millennia in the Hidden Sea, before going on to help Aquaman fight against his brother Orm and try and stop him from becoming Ocean Master. The Carathan is incredibly powerful, able to slap Aquaman around with ease. She could basically take on the entire Atlantean army all by herself. Not even kidding. She easily tore through ships, took all their missile barrages like it was nothing. The Carathan really cemented her place as the most powerful being in the ocean and the most powerful being on our list. No questions about it. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.